Hi, I'm Jim Burrell. You may recognize me if you attend events at the Center for the Performing Arts, as I'm usually scanning tickets in the West Lobby. I've proudly served the Center for the Performing Arts as a volunteer since the building opened. As a member of the National Bank of Indianapolis Usher Corps, I serve alongside many other volunteers and staff members at the Center to provide enriching arts experiences in our community. Learn more about how these dedicated people serve the community in this segment of Serving You, brought to you by the National Bank of Indianapolis.
Hi, I'm Sharon Holyoak. I am the volunteer manager for the National Bank of Indianapolis Volunteer Corps. Patrons may also recognize me from many years managing the Basile Gift Shop. That space has now become the Basile Education Center. My goal is to provide exceptional customer service and to go above and beyond making sure our patrons have wonderful experiences at every one of our venues. On show nights, I like to look closely as patrons navigate our building to see if they might need assistance. Helping them in that moment can make all the difference in their night. My mission is to make sure that our volunteers are well trained during orientation with follow-up training through our mentorship program. They are the first point of contact for visitors and ready to assist patrons from the moment they enter our venues till the moment they leave. I'm very proud of our volunteer corps. They love what they do and they treat everyone with respect. A big part of my job is also making sure our volunteers feel appreciated and admired for their contributions. I never want to take for granted the warmth, the friendliness and dedication that they bring to our organization. There have been so many exceptional performances, but I really remember loving seeing Al Jarreau and Katie Lang, Marilyn McCoo from The Fifth Dimension. But Buddy Guy's performance probably stands out the most for me. I'm from Chicago and I've always loved the blues, so when I found out he was performing, I called my brother John, who's a blues guitarist. He came from Chicago and brought his son, who's autistic. My nephew was mesmerized throughout the whole show, and at one point Buddy came down the aisle and stopped and stood next to my nephew and brought his hand up to his guitar and let him, get the feel of what it would be like to play. It was very cool. Well, it's always exciting to be a guest at each of our venues. You can't help but be impressed by the beauty of the theaters, the incredible lighting, the sound, the staging, the awesome performers from all over the world. Just watching the audience and their joy is my favorite part. And of course, I like to see our volunteers in action. It's just fun to be aware of what's happening in the front of house and backstage, and knowing that our staff is so great at what they do. Well, I've always worked for nonprofit organizations, so I volunteered for them as well through the years. My background is in fine arts, so in the past I often donated works of art for silent auctions and fundraisers. But now my interests have shifted and I like to focus on cooking comfort meals for friends and acquaintances who've had surgery or maybe are housebound. It's as joyful for me as it is for them, and especially this year where there's been such a great need.